Hey, 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 welcome in or welcome back. This is Sound Wisdom Tarot. I'm Shannon Rose Scott, and this is your 2024 year-long career reading. Let's do it. Let's get it. Let's get right into it, my friends. In this reading, I will pull 12 cards with one deck, 12 clarifying cards with another deck, one card for each month, to give you an overall year-long reading. And as I say that, look at that Empress on the bottom of the deck. Boom. I like it. I like it. I'm going to pull her out. This is speaking to me that for you tuning in, you've been drawn to this reading based on its title, based on the image, because there's a message in here for you. And one of those messages is that this is your year of becoming the Empress of your life. Or the Emperor. But this is you bossing up this year, right? This is the underlying energy of the whole year. Learning how to welcome abundance of all forms. Oh, and that's so synchronous. That shows such synchronicity, because this year 2024, 2 plus 2 plus 4, right, is 8, and 8 is the number of abundance, of that infinity sign, infinite abundance of all forms. This is your year, yes, to be the Empress of your life. Thank you, Spirit. So let's keep going. Here we go. Spirit guides. Hi, Divine. Thank you. Intergalactical beings and angel guides, please help me connect to the spirit guides of my collective tuning in for this career reading for all of 2024. All right. The cards are jumping. I'm going to put those jumpers as more of your overall energy. I'm going to take a look at those. But let's go. Let's get into it. Here we go. We got January. 7 of Pentacles. February. 9 of Cups. March. Ooh, the Moon. April. Oh, Queen of Swords. I like it. I like it. May. You're a badass being. Full of light and love. I'm going to pull another one because that's, an extra card, not related to tarot. Ace of Cups. Ooh, because you're such a badass being, you're bringing in Ace of Cups. I like it. January, February, March, April, May. That was May. Ace of Cups in May. June. Ace of Wands. Sweet. July. 3 of Wands. August. Oh, some devil energy. Okay. September. Ooh, 5 of Wands. October. 2 of Cups. November. 4 of Cups. And December. Okay, 5 of Pentacles. All right. Don't let this dismay you, my friends. If some of those cards you're like, what is this? I don't want this to be my reading. There's a lot of goodness here too. And we shall clarify. Sometimes things change completely in the clarifying. I'm actually going to pull the clarifying cards right now. So here we go. In honor of 2024, the year of 8. The year of abundance of all forms. So yes, that's abundance of money, of course, but also abundance of friends, abundance of love, abundance of being in the right situation at the right time, having those right connections, like abundance of time even, abundance of your thinking, of like healthy thoughts, abundance of healthy patterns. It's abundance of everything. Here we go. All right. I like it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. January. These ones I'm just going to pull and then tell you. All right. wow. Okay. I can't wait. I can't wait to tell you. So let's do it. Let's do it. Here we go. First, I want to start with that overall energy. So we have the Empress. And then you had a bunch of cards just spill out. Wow. So not only is this your year of bossing up, of becoming the Empress of your life, of allowing yourself to just receive that abundance. It's filled with so much here. You have 10 of Pentacles. That is the card of financial success, of getting like some sort of financial windfall coming through. This is your year of having your 10 of Pentacles. This is having and committing to a happy family, a stable, grounded family. Now, family can mean whatever that means to you. It doesn't have to mean blood family. It can, but it can also mean your chosen family. This is the year of you really creating this in your life for yourself, of having the full family, pets, children, the elders, of being stable, successful, and having the money you need. Now, there is a Seven of Swords energy overall. This is the card of like deception. So I feel like, especially based on the other cards here, yeah, you are moving away. You are moving away from Seven of Swords energy. Whether you have been deceiving yourself in the past and not allowing yourself to have the abundance that you are worthy of, or whether other people have gotten in your way and tried to deceive you, trick you, steal from you. This is also the Thief card. This is like part of the overall energy, meaning that you're going to learn that lesson this time. You're either going to learn how to stop deceiving yourself, how to stop stealing your own time from yourself, or it's probably both, right? Because the people in our lives that show up are a mirror. So I feel like you do that to yourself. And in the past, you've attracted a lot of other people who stole from you, right? Whether that was physical, money, abundance, items, things, or whether it was your time, your energy, your emotions, your love, right? But this is the year that you get to transform and shift that pattern. Because not only did you have 10 of Pentacles, you also have King of Pentacles. So yeah, this is your year of you being wealthy, of not allowing the trickery. And then you also have this Death card, which also shows me that that is ending, right? This is you. The Death card is not symbolizing physical death. Don't worry. It's not like, oh no. No, this is telling you that you get to totally transform some old pattern. Death is transformation. In fact, this Death is coming in on a white horse. And the people here are welcoming the change because it's leading to this beautiful light here. It's taking them out of the pain and the darkness. So you get to leave behind this Seven of Swords energy. Now, it might take you the year, we shall see. It might take this year to really implement that, to really make it feel comfortable, which also speaks to me that there's going to be some tricksters coming into your life this year to try to hold you back, to try to stop you from this amazing transformation. Your goal this year with your career, with your work, is to ensure you don't fall back into those patterns. And instead, let yourself develop trust for the right people. Yeah, you've got the Fool here. This is going off onto a new adventure, career-wise. A new adventure that is full of risks and that other people would consider foolish. But this is your sign to say yes, while still keeping in mind, right? This is like the balancing act you'll have to do is you need to still say yes to these amazing abundant opportunities in career coming your way this year. while still recognizing any red flags. Okay, but just because there's red flags in some people doesn't mean you can't trust others. You're going somewhere this year. You're going places this year in your career, and you don't know exactly where it is. Here we have 8 of Wands. This person's on a motorbike. They're heading fast. They're going towards their passion. Wands are all about passion. You're going towards something you really love. You don't know exactly what it is. Okay? But you're going. You just know you have to go, and that's important. Okay, so that's another sign. If you've been feeling like there's some direction you want to go, and you know how to start it, but you don't know where it's going to lead, that's okay. This is your confirmation to start it. Get on that motorbike and go. Because look at this, my friends. 10 of Cups. You have 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups as your overall. Wow, I love this for you. 10 of Pentacles, abundance, like super abundance, big financial gain. And 10 of Cups, that's emotional abundance. That's feeling happy, joyful, love. Both of these show a happy family, right? This is you having your dream life. And then I got to show you this because you're already pulling double cards. Oh, sorry, this guy, I dropped him. Double cards between the 2 decks. So meaning when you get the same card in 2 different decks, that's extra confirmation. And especially when they're in the same placement. You had the Fool in your overall energy, meaning this throwing caution to the wind and saying yes, because it's only a fool who doesn't say yes to the opportunities given. Right? It's not a fool actually to take the risk. And here you've got it twice. You got the Fool twice. So this shows me that, yeah, it's going to take some bravery in you to say yes to the unknown. But it's going to be so rewarding because you have 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. All right, here we go. Now let's get into this month by month for the year. So, January starts with 7 of Pentacles, clarified by 10 of Wands. I'm going to start with 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is, you've got a lot of 10s in this reading, by the way. 10s are the endings of cycles as well. So this shows me that you've done like a lot already in your career. Doesn't matter how old you are. You might be young, you might be older, but you've already done a lot. You've achieved a lot. And here in January, you've got kind of a bit of a burden. You've got some hard work coming your way. And yet, because it's with the 7 of Pentacles, that's speaking to me that it's time to make sure you stick with the challenge. Sometimes this is a card of actually saying drop the burden. But because it's here with the 7 of Pentacles, this card of being patient and of taking the time to nurture your projects, to water them, right? To treat them like something you're trying to grow, like a plant, right? And you need to make sure your projects have enough water, enough light, enough plant food, right? Obviously, apply this to your situation. Make sure on the day-to-day, the week-to-week, you're taking care of your project. That's also a bit of advice too. I feel like if you patiently attend to your projects in small ways each and every day, it won't necessarily have to feel like such a burden. But if you kind of procrastinate and don't take care of your projects, you'll end up feeling like you're carrying a whole big burden. Okay, so day to day, something every day, something small every day. One of my favorite ideas around resolving procrastination is like, if you can do a task in less than 5 minutes, do it now. So don't put it off for later. Yeah, I love that one because I end up getting so much more done. Often I'll be like, oh, I could do that later. It won't take me long. I'll do it later. And it's like, no, it's not going to take me long. So do it now. Do it now. January, put in the work, put in the effort, but little bits at a time, little bit that's sustainable. You don't want to feel burnout. But when you do feel burnout, nurture yourself as well, right? Are you getting enough food, water, sleep, sunlight? Okay. February. Oh, I love this. February, you got some love and energy coming through in your work and career. February, you are on top of your game. You are feeling wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment with this 9 of Cups energy. It's like you've done so much work and effort in the past. All that work, that attention that you pay to your projects in January and February, it's going to pay off. You'll feel like you can sit back and the results are here. Emotional wish fulfillment. And not only that, but you have 9 of Cups. So some sort of new love offer. Now, this is a career reading, so I will read it that way. Instead of this being like a lover, this is like some new career opportunity is going to be offered to you that you will really love. Now, it doesn't have to mean a career change, right? This new opportunity can be within your work environment, but something new will be offered to you. The Knights bring an offering, okay? They come and bring this new offering to us. And in this case, it's a love offer, something that you will love for your career, something that makes you feel in alignment with your purpose, something that you've perhaps always wanted to do. Will you take it? That's the thing. And it looks like if you take it, you will be fulfilled, right? You will have this emotional fulfillment, but you do need to take it, right? Just because something's offered to us doesn't mean we take it. And I'm reminded of these beginning energies you had. You have to say yes to some opportunities this year. Yes, like the Fool, throw caution to the wind, right? If your heart's aligned, right? If your heart is saying yes, it doesn't matter if your head's being like, but it's risky. I could fail. I could fall off the cliff. No, this is your energy of saying yes this year, because when you take those big risks, you get big rewards. Money and love. Happiness. March. Oh, wow, cool. Okay, so March we have the Moon. Mysteries. Things being not quite revealed yet. And we have Queen of Wands. She's like the entrepreneurial queen. She is full of passion, full of fire, right? She knows how to tame that dragon and use that dragon to have her soar to higher heights. She is also on top of her game. Like when we talked about this Empress energy, the Empress is the epitome of all 4 queens. So this one plus all the others. And you know what? Coming forward, you have another queen here too. But in March, you really get to tap in to something that you're passionate about. So that speaks to me that, yeah, if you say yes to this love offer in February, this love offer regarding your career, something in your career that you really love that is being offered to you, some sort of new responsibility, new task, when you say yes to that, it's going to help you become on top of your game. Like so on top of your game. The Queen of Fire is the most passionate, driven, inspired, creative queen. Okay, this is you like having fun, doing something that you enjoy. And then with the Moon card here, it's like, don't worry about, again, not knowing the exact outcome. Okay, the Moon is full of mysteries. There's some things that are still being revealed. You can't know everything yet, but don't let that stop you from saying yes to the opportunity. The Moon is also a card of past lives. So I feel like this new thing you've been offered, when you say yes to it, when you boss up and take it and start embracing who you really are, this Queen of Fire, it's like you're healing old past lives. This is a past life project that you're meant to be living in this life. And we repeat things in our future lives if we didn't get them the last time around, right? So if there's some sort of like thing you're really good at, you're really passionate about, that you've just always loved, like for example, music or art or teaching or, you know, finances, whatever it might be, you might have a natural affinity for it because in past lives you've done it before, but didn't quite take it as far as you still can. And so you get to do it again this life. It's not a punishment. It's like, oh, I get to do it again. And this life, you get to take it. If you say yes, you get to take this to the ultimate. All right. The Queen, she is like on top of it all. And not only is she on top of her game when it comes to passion, drive, like having the energy you need to do this work too. Like if you felt like, oh, but I don't have the energy to say yes to that dream of mine, like, you know, it's too late. If this dream had come like 20 years earlier, no. The Queen of Fire has unlimited, has an abundance. This is the year of 8, right? Infinite abundance. The Queen of Wands has infinite passion, infinite drive, okay, and infinite energy. And in April, you get to honor your Queen of Swords energy. So this is you having not only enough drive, energy, passion for the project, you also have enough intelligence, okay? Queen of Swords is the ability of clear thinking and clear communication. You also have the Chariot. This is making a choice. This is like having at least 2 very clear options. Here we have this woman on the motorbike. Yeah, in the overall energy of the whole year, you have this person on a motorbike going quickly. Well, in April, you're a little bit confused about which direction to go on that motorbike. Okay, it's like, do I go this way? Do I go this way? Which choice do I make? So something in your career is going to require a choice. In April. And by the way, if I haven't mentioned this yet, like save this video and return back to it each month so that you can see like what is in store for you that month. All right. If this resonates with you, be sure to save this and return for clarity and guidance, being like, oh, right, that's coming up for me this month. Because yeah, April, you've got some big decision to make. And it's going to require you to have clear thinking to make it. Okay, to have that higher level thinking. The Queen of Swords, look at how calm and peaceful she is. She's not like trying to write out all the pros and cons. She's not like talking to everybody, asking for advice. She's sitting calmly on her throne, looking outwards and inwards, and letting her thoughts come from a higher place. Here we have this clear skies and that one bird soaring through. She has this sword of truth that cuts through any deception. And since you have that 7 of Swords energy from the beginning, that overall energy of a bit of a trickster, a bit of a thief, I think in April, it's important that you use your own clear thinking to cut through any untruths, any deception. And that will help you make this decision about which way to go. Also, it'll help you cut through your own deception. Okay, because we can sabotage ourselves when making choices, right? We can tell ourselves, well, I know I want to go this way, but I should go this way. Take the shoulds out of it. Take the shoulds out of it. That's not making clear choices. That's making choices based on other people's expectations. Tune into your higher intuitive place. Let yourself receive communication from your higher self, from spirit, regarding this choice. This is not a rushed decision either, right? Once again, she's sitting, meditating. I think this is also a sign for you to recognize what thoughts you're thinking around this choice. Like to actually try to identify what you're thinking. Like let yourself recognize, okay, that's a fear-based thought. Okay, that's a trust-based thought. That feels like an out-of-reach thought, right? Like try to acknowledge what it is you're thinking at this time of the decision-making. May, you have a brand new love offer coming in. So again, you had this Page of Cups love offer regarding your career in February. And now here in May, there's another one, another new offer. And here again, you've got choices to make. So 2 of Swords comes with this love offer, meaning it's going to be a little hard for you to make your decision. Yeah, so you're still trying to make that decision in May. I feel like in May, maybe you got a little caught up in your head too much as you were trying to make this decision as to which way to go, which direction to take in your career. I think the love cup is here because it's reminding you that you can't really make the wrong choice. Like both choices will be good. Both choices will have their pros and cons. But you got to make a choice. You got to make a choice. Now, in this version of the 2 of Swords, I love it because she's blindfolded, and yet look at her, she's still hitting the bullseye. So, yeah, this is a big call towards tuning into your higher spirit and your connection with your own higher wisdom. That's what you need to do. You need to let yourself be guided by spirit regarding this choice. With the 2 of Swords here, that's showing me that you can't make this decision from your head. This requires you to tap into your intuition. This requires you to remember what it is you really love. And let yourself go towards that. May was also the month. You got this extra card, this you are a badass being, full of life, love, and possibilities. May you find a path to your best self. Yes, so as you're trying to make this choice, I want you to do activities that help you connect to your higher intuition, whether that be through writing, drawing, tarot, whether that's through talking to spirit, you know, praying, whether that's walking through nature, whether it's talking it out with your pets, you know, someone for a sounding board, but like you're still just getting your own information, right? I'm one who does like to talk to friends and family and talk things out. And yet, in this case, I wouldn't do that. I would make sure I'm only coming to myself. Take time in April, May to tune into you. Because you keep being given aces here, which is kind of showing me that for April, May, June, you're having a bit of a hard time following your intuition and taking the opportunities that come, because you keep getting more opportunities. June here, you have an Ace of Wands. So, especially because you had those double Fool card at the beginning of this reading, the overall energy of the whole year. This is your year of learning how to say yes to all these opportunities. If you can remember that by saying yes, it will bring you the abundance you seek. Again, maybe not immediately, and that's why it's hard to say yes to these things. Because immediately, saying yes is going to mean some risks. It's going to mean feeling unstable. But there's a part of you in June that feels like you need to hold on to your wealth and abundance. It feels like you need to like sit on it, and like you're worried of losing it. And yet the divine keeps saying, no, here, take this opportunity. Here, take this opportunity of love. Here, take this opportunity of passion. It's up to you to take it. These tarot readings can give us the information so that we make really good choices. None of this is set in stone. Okay, so you can fast track some of the lessons, even though they're showing up now as being this month, you can affect the outcome of things because they're not set in stone. You do have free will. But it looks like you're going to have a lot of opportunities to say yes to what you want. And it looks like there could be some of those old patterns of yours that say no. Right? Don't hold on too tightly to the things you have, because then you can't allow new things in. See, like this person, they've put themselves almost in a prison cell, right? Like a jail, a dungeon, by holding on to the things they think they need. And they're now no longer going out into the adventure. They're not acquiring more because they're so focused on keeping what they have. So that's big advice for you in June. Be careful of like trying to hold on too tightly to what you already have, because that's not allowing you to make room for the abundance, the infinite abundance that is here for you. But in July, it looks like you're ready to move towards your path. In July, you're making a choice again, Two of Pentacles, but this time you're making it from a more balanced place. You're learning how to juggle work life. You're learning more how to juggle rest and work. You're learning how to juggle two different things in your life. Maybe like the parts of the career you love and the parts of the career you don't love so much. But you're learning to become much more balanced, and that's helping you move forward. So Three of Wands energy is not only like getting ready to take steps towards your career, it's like you're like right on the edge of it now. So you're not just thinking about it. Like I kind of feel like in June you were sitting back trying to hold on to what you had, but in July, skipped a couple months. In July, you're like, okay, like look at how free you are. Both of these cards, you're very free. You're not holding on to all that baggage anymore. Instead, you're just like, okay, I can balance all of this and I'm ready to go out into this adventure. But you gotta, July, you're still just kind of looking at it, looking at what's there, but you're almost stepping right into it. Now, August, this is when that Devil energy came out. No fear, okay? The Devil energy is not something to worry about, except it's just a good warning that you'll be a little tempted in August. You'll be tempted to I think to not follow your heart, because the card clarifying it is the Seven of Cups, which is the card of confusion. This is kind of a good problem to have, okay? You have so many choices. It's like that you don't know what to pick. That's your problem, okay? That's a good problem. I know it doesn't always feel good because it's like, I feel like those of you tuning in are kind of indecisive type of people. Am I correct? Let me know in the comments below if that resonates. This is your year of changing that, okay? Yeah, this is your year of changing that, because you are, by the end of the year, or even sooner, you could have more of this clarity of which direction you want to go, even though you don't know exactly where it's taken yet. It's learning how to embrace that full energy of saying yes, right? But in August, yeah, there's so many opportunities that you're kind of in confusion, and that's why this devil card is showing up. Okay, the devil is not like an evil devil force coming in, but it is our own devil within, trying to sabotage ourselves. All right, and we did have that Seven of Swords energy, that Thief card in your overall energy for the year, which is often self-sabotage as well as others sabotaging. And I feel like in August, both of these things are happening. Okay, you'll need to make sure you're not sabotaging yourself and that you're not being swayed by others trying to manipulate you in your career. All right, I feel like you're gonna be kind of tempted to go a different direction from what you really want to be doing. Maybe you'll be tempted based on money, you know, like the quick money flow versus the steady, stable money flow. There could be many ways you're tempted in August. Even just making the decision, you might be tempted to keep going to other people for advice instead of tuning into yourself. This can be a card of substance use as well, and addictions. You could be tempted to try to turn to those sources as you're making this decision. Or you could be tempted to simply chain yourself. Here in the devil card, they're chained to the devil. You could be tempted to chain yourself to a choice you don't really want to make, instead of letting yourself choose what your heart wants, what your higher level head wants. And this energy is coming back in September. So September, we still have the devil influence as well as Five of Wands. So this is fighting energy. What is that saying to me? There's some conflict coming into the work life in September. Now, it's Five of Wands. It's not Five of Swords. So that doesn't mean, like, so that means it's not as bad fight energy as what it could be. It's just there's some conflicts happening. There's perhaps some, egos clashing. There's people wanting to, make the decisions, but everybody wants to make the decision for the group. It's, kind of some, different opinions, different mindsets. And again, this devil energy is like tempted to get involved in the fights. So this is your kind of heads up that you could instead choose not to engage in the fighting, in the conflict. Yeah, as best you can. Notice how this devil's kind of like, it almost looks like they're like gossiping as well here. They're gossiping, they're kind of talking about people behind their back. This is your warning not to engage in that, because that's low vibrational. behaviors, and outcomes. I also see this, if it's not actual like conflict in your career with the people you work with, because maybe you're like, I don't work with anybody, like I work independently, I work alone online, like how am I going to have conflict with anyone? This is conflict within yourself, still based on the temptations you're being faced with. Remember I had said that you might be tempted with that quick money? Well, in this card, that devil is kind of showing the money, right? Saying, come with me, because I'll give you all this money. You'll have some internal battles, but a reminder that life isn't meant to only be at that high point. In order to have abundance, we have to have the flow of abundance, which isn't only up, 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 up. It's not that. No, the abundance symbol is the figure 8, the infinity sign. And that figure 8, that infinity sign has lows and highs. And those highs naturally lead to a fall. And look, if we go with the flow of the energy, every fall keeps flowing into an up. And the up, yes, will flow to a down, but then it flows back to an up. It's only when we try to stay in one of these spots that we end up like crashing low and staying low. But if we allow the flow, it just keeps flowing. And so it's okay to have these downflows. Some of your months are a little higher, some of the months are a little lower. And in this lower energy where you're being tempted, remember that temptations are just helping you realize what it is you actually want and don't want. The temptations here are coming clearly to me now that they're a bit more internal versus external. That 7 of Swords energy in these months, in August and September, are really about you learning how to honor what you like and what you don't like. To honor risk, right? See, the devil will try to tell you, don't take that risk. It's too risky. Instead, play it safe, do it this way. And yet you have the energy of the Fool card through your reading, meaning you need to take those risks that align with your heart. Yeah, you're going to try to sabotage yourself a bit in August and September. But again, by watching this reading now, you can already change all that. Because in October, you have 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups and Knight of Swords. So it looks like in October, you're ready to like move quickly. Move quickly towards your 2 of Cups, towards what it is you love. Yes. So by going through this internal struggle where you're kind of fighting with your own angel devil on your shoulder, right? Do this, no, do that, do this, no, do that. By going through this struggle, those down months, it's leading you quickly, Knight of Swords energy, quickly to this 2 of Cups. This is attracting soulmate energy. And again, because this is a career, this is meaning attracting your soul career. This is attracting some sort of partnership as well in your career that could be really beneficial, that could help you find balance, where the 2 cups give equally to each other. So if you are looking to partner up with someone, October could be a really good month for that. Yes, this connection, this partnership, we have this sign of the healing, sign of health and healing and wellness. We have the Lion, courage, strength, assertiveness. We have the balance between emotions and groundedness. So like emotions and practicality. This could be a really great partnership. In November, there's a bit of waiting time. We have Four of Cups and the Hanged Person. So in November, it's, even though this partnership, you went towards it quickly, it's going to take some waiting, reflection, and pausing. And here again, we have a little bit more of that indecisive energy. It's like here you're, well, the image of the person, they're wearing a shirt that says over it. Over it. And it's like they keep being given all these opportunities and they're like, eh. And the divine's like, are you going to take this one? And this person's like, So there's a part of you that is resisting still saying yes to things. And you're just kind of hanging around, waiting for things to align. Just be sure you're not waiting for everything to align perfectly, right? Things don't have to be perfect for you to say yes to it, for it to be the right thing. And even if you kind of, I feel like maybe sometimes you half-ass the yes, you know? You say yes, but then you kind of just half-ass it. Does that resonate? You know, that you don't fully commit to something, that you, at first you say yes, and then you like kind of, I don't know if this was what I wanted. You got to sometimes give things more of a chance. Okay, because a reminder that at the beginning of any new thing, even if it's new within your same job, right? But a new role within your job, at the beginning, it's always going to feel hard, right? It's going to feel like it, like, because it's new, right? It's not what you're used to. It's not in your comfort zone. And so at first it's kind of like, and that's what I feel is happening in this partnership. It's just like, I don't know anymore if I wanted this partnership. I don't know if I like this. Give it time. The Hanged Person is like waiting, letting things develop, letting things grow, letting yourself strengthen in the wait, right? In the wait, you're strengthening patience, you're strengthening endurance, right? You're strengthening the quality of perseverance. And the Hanged Person with their head, by being upside down, they're trying to see things from different perspectives. So you're strengthening that higher level thinking that you already have an affinity for, but we can always keep improving that, right? And you're strengthening your intuition, right? Tapping into that intuitive place. Now, it does look like in December, you're healing from some sort of well, something goes down. Something goes down. And it's having you feeling in this 5 of Pentacles and 4 of Swords energy, where you feel like you need to recover and rest and heal after being left out in the cold somehow. I need to clarify that with another card, please, Spirit. Let's pull another deck for this one, because I don't want to leave you in that energy for the end of the year. Why is our collective tuning in for this reading feeling 5 of Pentacles? Something to do with your King of Cups energy. What is the advice? What is the advice for December? From December 2024, career-wise. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Okay. So 5 of Pentacles is a card of feeling left out in the cold, of feeling lack mentality, of being like feeling like you were abandoned. And yet it's not always an accurate reflection of what actually happened. It's more how we feel about it. Because right beside these people is all these pentacles, but they're not even seeing it, right? They're not seeing the abundance available to them. Right beside them here is a church, right? This is a church, and it represents like their connection to spirit, that the divine is always here helping them. But they're not seeing it. They don't realize that they could go and ask for help, go for comfort. They could ask for help. They could ask for support. Something has gone down in these last few months leading up to December 2024 that has you feeling like you're out in the cold. But your advice for that is to collaborate. 3 of Pentacles. This is the card of asking for help, right? Of working together with others, of finding the right people to work with, though, the people that complement your needs. So it's okay if you feel a bit abandoned in December, work-wise. A reminder, this is work, career. It's okay if you feel like that. But that's why you have this rest card. Make sure you take time to rest and heal. Because that whole healing was also shown up in this other part of your advice card, the star. The star. So resting and finding your place in the universe. Again. We also have King of Cups. So refocusing, instead of on what didn't work out, refocusing on what it is you love. This is you bossing up again, bossing up into what you really love. And then ask for help. Don't just keep wandering out in the cold. Right beside all of this help, there's lots of people around you who want to help you in the month of December, who want to work with you well. But if you keep focusing on just, it didn't work. Something didn't work, but you can go inside and ask for help and actually get better help than what you had before. Interesting year ahead. Yes, don't let yourself self-sabotage, especially as you move towards like the whole year. The thing is, you can, again, change the outcome of some of these more challenging things if you allow yourself earlier this year to really tune in to your higher level thinking, to saying yes to these offers that come regarding like what you are really loving about your job and what you're really passionate about regarding your work. But if you try to hold on too tightly to all the control, if you try to hold on too tightly to the way things have been and instead of saying yes to the adventures as you're being called to do, you could risk missing out on your 10 of Pentacles and your 10 of Cups. So how do you find that higher level thinking? There's so many ways, but as a little aside right here, right now, it's recognizing your thoughts. Recognizing when you're having fear-based thoughts, lack mentality thoughts, judgmental thoughts, and not punishing yourself for having those thoughts, because guess what? We all have them, right? Even those people that seem, or that are really happy and that are really successful, they too will have had these lower vibrational thoughts, right? Where we tell ourselves, oh, I can't have that. It's not going to work out. You know, I don't deserve that, or whatever your low vibrational thoughts might be. We all have had them. And instead of punishing ourselves for having them, because guess what? That just keeps us vibrating low. Oh, I'm so stupid that I keep thinking that thought, right? No, it's like, oh, I'm catching the thought now. Cancel, cancel. Use an X, like with your body. Fingers, arms. If you're out in public, visualize it in your head, like drawing a big X over it. Cancel, cancel. I used to be a person who believed those judgmental thoughts. I am learning to think differently. Right? If you're not able yet to jump to like, I now think differently. It's like, no, I used to be a person who was chained to my judgmental thoughts, my criticisms about myself and others. But now I am a person who practices acceptance. That's one way to start, right? But you got to catch the thought, cancel it, and replace it with something new. And I really love that whole thought pattern of like, I used to be a person who did this, but now I'm doing this. Because that's also teaching you to, right, no, that's the old me, and now this is the new me. And you don't have to believe the thought, the new thought, to start practicing it. Okay, that's really important. Because it's, sometimes people won't practice the new thought because they're like, well, I don't believe that. Well, guess what? You're not going to believe it until you practice it. It's like saying like, well, I'm not going to lift weights because I don't already have the muscle. No, you have to actually lift the weight to develop the muscle. Practicing these thoughts is like weightlifting for your brain, okay? Weightlifting for your higher vibrational thinking. And again, you won't already have the thought to practice it. Take time to write as you're learning how to tune into like your higher self. You don't have to write in sentences. If you're like, I don't like writing, I'm a bad speller, I don't have... No one has to read this stuff, right? You don't have to write in sentences. It can just be words. It can be scribble. You can draw if you prefer. Use symbols. You can talk to your pet. But take time to connect in to yourself, to nurture yourself. And to help you perhaps tap into more of this fool-like energy, the good fool, right? Of saying yes to adventures. I want you to say yes to one tiny, tiny little thing. At least once a week, but ideally every day, okay? But at least once a week, I want you to say yes to something that your heart wants that isn't to do with, like that feels like it's not to do with work. All right? Maybe it's like saying yes to swinging on a swing, right? Maybe as you're on a walk, if you see a park, like be that person, be that adult who goes and sits on the swing and swings, you know? Maybe it's saying yes to going into like a store you've always wanted to go into, but don't allow yourself to because maybe it's too expensive, you know? Remember, you don't have to purchase anything, but start saying yes to these opportunities of abundance. You never know what might come through. Let's get an oracle card to close out this reading. And before I pull it, I want to Thank you for being here. It's been an honor to read for you, and I hope that some of this has resonated and been helpful. I'd love to know how this has resonated for you. Would you drop a comment in the comment section below, or even just an emoji? Because the more you comment, even with just an emoji, the more I can tune into your specific energy for future readings. Thank you, Spirit. I also invite you to even simply write the words, I claim this, I claim this. I'm willing to work on my thoughts this year. I'm willing to attract the Empress energy in my life. I'm willing to bring in the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles. I'm willing to attract abundance of all kinds. I'm willing to say yes to the adventures. If you're looking for a more personal reading that's like completely dedicated to you, because this was an overall reading for the collective, right? But if you'd like a specific reading just for you in career, love, soul path, ancestral, or just general reading, I do offer 30-minute, 60-minute readings. I also have a 90-minute New Year reading like this dedicated just to you. And I still have just a couple more spots left as my Sound Wisdom regulars, where you could get a personalized monthly reading based on your own questions, based on what it is you want to ask each and every month. You get to submit new questions each and every month. All of those opportunities are in the description box below. And if you've been enjoying the soundtrack that's playing is one I created on the crystal bowls. It's specifically, I can't believe I forgot to mention this, regarding how another way you can tune into your higher wisdom is actually with this soundtrack. And it's a free soundtrack. I'll link it below. It's also on YouTube just by itself. And you can put it on repeat and let yourself be bathed in these healing sounds, because the soundtrack is specifically for clear thinking, having clarity of thought, and making connections while you rest. It's also a sequence for sleep, a sound sequence for sleep. Because, get this, when you sleep enough, like that's when you often have the best ideas, is during your dreams, or even if you don't recognize them during your dreams, you have those thoughts in your dreams, and then in your waking life, you remember the thought. You might not remember you dreamt it, but you suddenly will have those connections you made. And there's so much evidence of this, of like inventors and different people that problem solved things in their sleep. But you have to get to that really good sleep state to have it. So this is a soundtrack for sleep, for having those connections. So even if you don't fall asleep to the soundtrack, you can take 15 minutes and just rest with it and get a little mini reset in your day to help you when you're making those choices. So I'll link that below too. But here we go. Let's close it out. Spirit, what else does our collective need to know? What could help them? What is their advice for 2024? Is there anything else that wants to come beside the one that already jumped? One more. I'm hearing one more. One more, please. Thank you. Wow. Focus. Bullseye. And you even had the bullseye card earlier. Yes. What you focus on is where you're going to go. As best you can, try not to focus on feeling left out in the cold, because that's where you're going to go. Instead, focus on gratitude, on collaboration, on problem solving. Focus on the solution versus the problem. Focus, bullseye. Where do you want to go this year? Go towards it. And there will be obstacles, my friends. There will be some mountains to climb. But remember, it's only by going through the obstacle and that hard work of the climb that you get to the top and that you get to see all the beauty. That beautiful view from the top, it takes challenge, and there will be obstacles to overcome, but you can. You've got what it takes. You're the Empress. You're the King of Pentacles. You have the ability to transform this year. Like, to transform these old patterns and behaviors so much, it's almost like you're a different species. When you say yes, like the Fool, and say yes to all these adventures and opportunities coming your way, even though they might seem risky to others, when you say yes to the things that resonate with your heart, this is your year of bossing up to 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups, to having abundance of all kinds, including happiness and joy. Don't focus on the obstacle, focus on the solution. What a pleasure to read for you. Thank you for subscribing so much. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for sharing this with someone that it might resonate with. And thank you for being here, tuning in. You are the most important part of any tarot reading. And until next time, happy 2024. Let's bring it.